What are your thoughts on video games and anime? Matt Walsh thinks they're satanic and cause violence, but they're vital if we want to win the culture war. Johnny the Wiz goes, thank you for that question. Yeah, I have to be honest with you. I don't buy that where Matt is coming from. Anime to me is I may be a little bit biased because my wife is from Japan, but anime provides some of the most extraordinary plot lines that you're going to see today. You will not see anything comparable to the depth and to the profundity and the interlacing of multiple plot and subplot lines that you see in anime. You won't see anything even remotely on like that in American television. Nothing. Zippo, nada. You take any of the major networks, take any of the cable channels, you will see nothing comparable to the depth and the profundity of anime. Anime is absolutely brilliant storytelling, and it's very much rooted in classical conceptions of good and evil. It's very fascinating. It is a kind of archaeofuturism. The archaeofuturism being tradition and technology coming together. So, of course, technology of modern day storytelling and computer anime and so forth, and but with ancient traditional drama behind it. So very similar with Miyazaki. That's the secret to Miyazaki's success. So no, I don't buy that. I think anime is very much nurturing to the moral imagination. And then video games. It's a both and. It's a both and. We are seeing a very interesting trend of post-secular dynamics in video games. Video games are increasingly drawing from ancient moral frames of reference for their storyboards that I think are incredibly healthy to the formation of the moral imagination. So I'm with you. And again, we could say that till we're blue in the face. You shouldn't go there. You should boycott that. But again, you got to build. You can't just boycott. You've got to build. So what's your alternative to that? And we are in a digital world. We are in a world of network society. So what are you going to build? That supplements or even replaces that. That's what I would be interested in, and I'm sure whatever Matt advocated would be wonderful, but I definitely don't share that sentiment, to say the least. So, great question. But first, for you Patriot business owners out there, you've got to meet my good friend Josh Zaglowski, co-founder of ERC Specialists. He's got an amazing payroll protection company exclusively dedicated to understanding and maximizing what's called the CARES Act Employee Retention Credit. So if you're a small business owner looking to get up to $26,000 per employee back from bumbling Biden, click on that link in the description below to see if you qualify today. It's an absolutely amazing opportunity. JRG, Anheuser-Busch, Disney, and News Corp are part of what I call the establishment corporations. They used to be pillars of the USA. As the political establishment gets crushed, so too will these bedrock businesses. I love it. I love exactly how you're thinking, JRG. I think, and thank you for the gift. I think you're right. So that's why I was thinking of it in terms of East and West blocks. So there was a time it would have been considered part of a unified America. Certainly Anheuser-Busch or certainly Disney, for heaven's sake. But now, as our nation is becoming, in effect, two countries within one nation, or however, two nations within one country, red and blue. Remember, it's easier to travel to North Korea from California than it is to Texas, right? California, as a public servant, California has banned, I believe, 20 states because of their abortion laws. They've banned they've banned public travel. Their public bureaucrats and officials are not allowed to travel on the state's dime to those states, but you can travel to North Korea, as I understand it, or China for that matter. So we are there is an informal secession that's already happened. And so these Anheuser-Busch, Disney, News Corp, they're all siding with the Eastern Bloc. They're all siding with the blue state politics, because again, that's where the coastal elite cities are. That's where their headquarters are. That's all they know, you know. And so anyway, I think you're right. I think the red states now are taking over. A lot of them are defecting, right? So we've had Hewlett Packard defect from California. We've had Tesla defect from California, right? Elon's defected from California. We've got a lot of companies defecting from the blue states going to the red states. So that's a good thing for sure.